Well, it's Friday night, and that can only mean one thing. Welcome to the warm-up, brought to you by the Optimist Club of London, as the Owen Sound Attack are in town looking for their second win in 3 nights. They just topped the Kitchener Rangers 4-3 in a shootout on Wednesday evening, while the London Knights, after starting the season 0-2, they're looking for their 4th straight win and trying to get out of the basement of the OHL Western Conference. My name is Greg Bowman. I'm filling in for Paige Martin here this evening as we tee up this Friday night affair in an OHL Western Conference showdown. The new year might be a couple of days away on the calendar before the London Lightning. The new year starts now as we welcome you inside Budweiser Gardens for the season and home opener of the 2019-20 season of the National Basketball League of Canada. The Lightning hosting the KW Titans in a rematch of a playoff matchup last season where the KW Titans picked up their first series win in franchise history. That negated a three-peat for the London Lightning and also sparked a whole lot of changes for the guys in gold and black.
Sam, I'm joined by Nicole Carrier of the 13-1 Fanshawe Falcons women's basketball team. I mean, you've won 10 games in a row. You're 5th ranked in the CCAA standings. It's safe to say the season's going pretty well. I mean, what do you make of it up until this point? Now, you were a two-sport athlete here at Fanshawe. You played both soccer and basketball. Was it a tough transition for you to go from being an athlete to then being a coach? Now, there was obviously a huge story in the basketball world over the past week or so, the passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Gianna. First off, where were you when you heard the news, and what were some of your first reactions? Outside City Hall after a council meeting, and we were privy to the extremes of 2 different emotions.
I've looked at houses and there's nothing that compares to the house that I will be leaving. And yes, I really don't know what I'll do.
Nan Finlayson in tears after she found out that she will have to relocate from 100 Stanley Street after a nearly 2-year battle with the city, who wanted her land, but she did not want to give it. Eventually, the city council now has the right to expropriate all of the properties needed to widen Warncliffe Road south near Horton Street. On the other side of things, a little happier tone for those who wanted to save the Red Barn on Halls Mills Road in Byron. It was designated as a heritage site. Demolition will not be committed on it on behalf of the city. It will have to be restored, though, as was mandated in the December meeting. From City Hall, my name is Greg Bowman for XFM.
You're caring for him, that's what kind of held you back from telling anyone?
Yeah, because...
Did you realize it was wrong at the time? You looked at all of this as a means to get to that ultimate goal of yours?
Yeah.
Do you also feel like because you'd already dropped out of school, you didn't have that like academic goal, do you think that not having that like thing on the horizon, do you think that played an impact on some of the mental state at least?
I never.
Have you found that your studies have helped you cope with what has happened to you a little bit more?